going. So, this first section, there's two ways to do this. What we're going to do is, how can we do this here? You let the drop fall. You hit the switch. You do 5 to 6 slides. You jump over the first barrel, 2 slides, and then jump over the second barrel. And yes, I did catch the AGDQ flu. I'm getting a lot better though. Actually, I'm on the ascent back to normal right now. So excuse me. For this drop though, this is interesting. There is 2 ways to do this. You can either wait for the entire drop to enlarge, which is a waste of time, or you can actually get it to a point where it's about, I don't know, 30% full and let it drop, and it's just as effective. So let me show you. So we'll let it actually enlarge the entire way. So that's usually how most people do it, and that's how I did it for a very long time. The other way to do it, wait for the switch to come back here. Any day now. There we go. Okay. The other way to do it is you can actually enlarge it and let it go about a third of the way there. Okay, not quite. Does the same thing. Barely have to let it go. So let's get out of here. Two ways to do it. I would highly recommend letting it drop just a little bit. So, and you're good to go. And you're going to slide across here, as usual. The moment you skip this cutscene, run to the right. Run all the way to the right. Captain Blue will do his kick, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to punch immediately, and make sure you're punching to the right, because you don't want to interrupt him. Punch to the right, hold it down, and throw a boomerang at him. And what you're going to want to do is you have to hold slow for at least 2 hits to connect. 1 to get rid of his shield, and 1 to actually do damage to him. Nice. Looks like I paused and it kind of screwed up the cutscene there. So nice. Shout out to tutorials. I'll let him kill me and see if we can redo it. Come on, my friend. Come on, my friend. Kill me. There we go. This is fun. Oh, actually, fun fact, too. With Captain Blue, now that I think about it, you punch him in the shield. After you punch him, he'll either attack high or attack low, always. There's no skull indicator, though, so be careful. So if you dodge that attack correctly, you get a chance to wail on him for a bit, so you can actually land some punches. That's actually a good way to fight him if you're playing casually. But we're not going to do that. Come here. There we go. So let's do it again. So we're going to run all the way to the right. We're going to force Captain Blue kick. One, two. Boomerang's going to circle back. Slow, hit, boom. Done. There you go. 3 hits total. And now the game gets interesting. Okay. So, thank you DSR, by the way. Appreciate it. Now, how... this is when the game gets interesting. Okay. So what you're going to do here is you're going to run up to the barrel. You're going to uppercut it. You don't have to use slow. The moment you uppercut it, just slide right through. And you're good to go. Ideally, you want to try to slide past these Bianchis before they can actually get in your way. So, And I don't know actually about differences between the PAL and NTSC version, to be honest with you. So, to be honest, yeah. Oh, fun fact, if you go back in, there's a Harrier here. Hello, Harrier in the freaking wine cellar. How are you? You are random and silly. Why are you in a wine cellar? This doesn't make any sense. That's silly. Ah! Perfect. I forgot he drops Cromarties. So, Cromarties, these black ninja guys. These guys give people a lot of trouble. So, the way Cromarties work in this game, it's actually, they're not too bad to deal with, believe it or not. How they work is, their first 2 attacks are random. They have 4 attacks total, and their standard punches and kicks. They can attack high or low, of course. Now, the first punch is usually telegraphed. The second one is kinda random, actually. And random, I mean, it doesn't always show the skull rather for where he's going to attack. So what I typically do is I hit slow to take these guys out. You're not going to have to worry about this on kids mode. You can just take them out with 2 Red Hot 100 slow zoom punches. It's piece of cake. But just for your information, from a casual perspective, I could show you how to handle them. So this guy, he's going to attack high. High. Now, the first 2 attacks are done. The last 2 attacks are scripted. So how it works is, the first and second attacks are random. The third attack is going to be the opposite of the second attack. And then the fourth attack is going to be the opposite of the third attack. So to lay that out, he just attacked high and then high, right? So his third attack, he's going to attack low, opposite of the second attack. His fourth attack, he's going to attack high, the opposite of the third attack. So watch. High, high, low, high. Dizzy. Let's do it again. Low, high. Now he'll go low, high. Low, high. Like so. Piss off. Let's get rid of the Harrier. So let's see again. High, low, high, low, high, low. There you go. That's how Cromarties work in this game. It's a little silly. For Ultra V rated though, you need to be a little bit more careful because their attacks come out pretty damn quickly. Especially that second attack, you don't want to get hit by that. So, and the thing about Cromarties too, so there's hard hits, and there's soft hits in this game. A hard knockdown means Joe, like his entire body will be thrown back, okay? And you can actually recover with a new Chemi. A soft hit means that an enemy will actually hit you, but Joe will just kind of take the punch to the face and recover. That'll ruin your defense rank. Those Cromarties can ruin your defense rank. They do soft hits. Those are no good. You don't want that to happen, but I digress. So, going down the stairs, and Mach speed in general on stairs, actually. What'll end up happening, if you mash too quickly, if you're going upstairs, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. If you're going downstairs, this is what happens when you mash too quickly. You actually just sit in midair. So it actually has a little bit of a rhythm to it. Get out of my way. Come on now. Okay. So mashing. No good. Not mashing. Smooth movement. That's important. So you're going to want to do that the entire way down the stairs. If you get caught mashing, it's like kicking in midair is like the Viewtiful Joe version of Swiss cheese from Marvel, to put some perspective on it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm sorry, Marvel's a good game, so... Anywho. So, mashing. That's what happens when you mash. It's no good. What happens when you don't mash, though? Smooth movement. Piece of cake. What we're going to do is we're going to get these torches here. Standard movement, nothing really extraordinary to talk about. And we're good. We're not going to buy anything at the store. There's nothing needed. We have what we need. So we're going to move on to Charles III. I think I think everybody in here knows what happens with Charles. If you do this fight correctly and you have good movement, the moment you actually enter this area, you could take Charles down in 8 seconds if you do it correctly. So, this part I can't really explain, unfortunately. This is something that you're just going to have to get used to. The way I deal with Mach speed in this game, there's two ways, really. Typically, when Joe is moving around in Mach speed, the camera in this game will actually help you. Joe is always, well, not always, 95% of the time is in the center of the screen. And that's how I'm able to track myself. The reason I'm jumping, too, is because this acid can hurt me, by the way, so... Piece of cake. For this section, though, what I would typically do is I'd go 1, 2. I don't even slide there, actually. You can actually go Mach, double jump, slide, 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 slide. And I use visual cues. So you see this arc right here of reels. The moment I'm on the right side of that reel, I double jump, and you're good to go. So let's see if we can do that right here. You just started to level up, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're good to go. Visual cues are important for Mach speed. You gotta use them. And you also just gotta get a good feel for the controls, too. So once again, and punch the coffin. Nothing to it. And for the Charles fight, now that I can actually explain it, how this fight works. What I did during the run, I turned around, I threw a boomerang, and what happens is I don't even hit slow. There's no reason to, because boomerangs actually stun Charles. They knock him out of the sky. Okay? And what's great is that the moment he lands on the ground, it's interesting, because what you do is you follow up with a fast boomerang, and I'm not going to show that right now. I'm going to show that a little bit later. But what I will do is I'll just run through it normally. We'll say we're not going to do fast boomerangs, okay? We're going to punch his coffin. The moment the fight starts, I'm going to turn left, pull out a boomerang, throw it, knock him down, and I'm going to buffer for another boomerang, and then I'm going to finish him off. Done. Charles III. There you go. Piece of cake.
Sorry to wake you up. You can sleep as much as you want now.
Joe wanders into the world.
And there's the first chapter. So there you go. That that covers a lot of the I would say main movement for Chapter 1. Chapter 1 has actually a lot more planning than you might think, because I don't have my hands on Mach speed and zoom. So, you know, it is what it is, but I digress. Alright, let's move on.